Yo, yo, what's good, man? This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _ over on Twitter. As you see, man, I got a new location. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little desk, got my laptop sitting here, got my tripod. You know, we doing big things out here, man. Today's date is July the 5th. Hopefully y'all had a good 4th, all that good stuff. Hopefully nobody, hurt themselves with fireworks. But man, this is the early slate. We got 3 games, man. I'm gonna be talking about this, and then I'll come out with another video for the main games. But first, man, we got the Blue Jays versus the Yankees. We got Tampa Bay versus Chicago. What? Just do what you gotta do. Tampa Bay versus Chicago. We have the White Sox versus the Athletics. And that's going to be the early slate, man. We got 3 games we want to talk about. I want to put my plays out there and let y'all know who I'm rocking with, man. As far as top offenses, if we're going by Vegas, right now the Athletics and the Cubs are tied for a 5.3 run total. Yankees are right behind them, 5.2. I think they're in a good spot today. But my favorite offense is probably going to be coming from the either the Athletics or the Cubbies, man. I like a few of their bats. We'll talk a little more about that. But I think as far as attacking, Mike Pelfrey is he should be the target, man. But the tricky thing, the Athletics lineup, they don't have a ton of batters that you want to necessarily use because they have a ton of young guys at the bottom. You know, if you want to take chances on some of them, feel free to do it. But they're not a bunch of known guys, man. So I don't think they'll be highly owned. I might take a chance on a few of these guys myself. But then you got the Cubbies, man, versus Blake Snell, the lefty in Chicago. I think Chicago, man, they're gonna have to start getting it back. I think after the All-Star break, we're gonna really see them lock in. But they've been struggling a little bit, man. But I think this is a decent matchup. Nothing crazy as far as weather. It's 81 degrees out there, so it's a little warmer, man. So maybe the ball will be flying a little better for some of these Cubbies. And then the Yanks, man, Yankee Stadium, 85 degrees, going up against Marco Estrada, who is a decent pitcher, man. The first game, the Toronto and Yankees, 2 powerful offenses, man, and 2 pretty decent pitchers. But both of these pitchers have been struggling a little bit, man. So myself personally, I know Michael Pineda should be the chalk. Since it's a 3-game slate, I'm going to try to get a little different. So I'm going to completely avoid Michael Pineda. He just hasn't been striking out enough guys. And I respect the Blue Jays offense, man. I want to have him in good form while he's playing up against a decent offense. And he hasn't been doing it for me. So I'm going to fade him, man. But watch this. This is going to be his comeback game, man. He's going to come out, strike 10, give up 1 run. That's usually how it happens, man. But I'm sticking with my gut. And the 2 pitchers I have for today, I'm going to be using Sonny Gray versus the White Sox. And then I'm also going to be using John Lester versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Lester, he has been giving up a ton of home runs. And we all know the Rays, they hit for a ton of power. But John Lackey's price is just way too low, man. If he don't get shelled, which I think he won't get shelled, and he has a decent outing where he gets maybe 5-6 strikeouts, he's already crushing value, man. Like he's 5.6 on DraftKings. That's very, very cheap. And I think he is better than what he's been doing, man. His last few games have been a little shaky. I was looking at his stats, man. He gives up a ton of home runs, man. A ton of home runs. But anyways, his last game versus the Nationals, which the Nationals are different. They're a different breed, man. He went 5 and a third inning. Only struck out 2. Gave up 3 home runs and 9 hits. So I think he's going to be looking to bounce back. But before that, versus the Marlins, 6 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, 1 home run. Game before that, the Pirates, 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, and, you know, 2 hits, 1 home run. So if we can get that John Lackey, we'll be in really decent shape, man. I think I'm going to stick with him today. I love him. And then Sonny Gray, I think he's just he's the next best pitcher on the slate, in my opinion. He's a heavy favorite going up against these White Sox. Sonny Gray has been nasty, man. Ever since he got those few bad starts when he came back, he's been a very, very solid pitcher. He's just putting in work, man. We all know who the man Sonny Gray is. He was the phenom. He's definitely he's my top pitcher for this early slate. So Sonny Gray, John Lackey. That's who I'm rocking with. That's going to leave me a lot of cap space for batters. So I'm stacking up some of these beast hitters that we have, mainly out of this Yankees and Blue Jays games, man. I'm going to try to get some of the best on the other games, but I won't, because this is the best hitters park. The Yankee Stadium has the highest run total, so I think we will see the most runs out of this one. But I'm gonna give you 3 batters, man, that I'm looking at. Now Judge is an automatic for me. I'm gonna just put that out there. I got enough money, I'll be able to afford him, so I'm gonna get Aaron Judge. But besides them, man, I like Justin Smoke as a first base option. I got my first base down to either Justin Smoke or Yonder Alonso for the Athletics. I like both of those plays today. A little cheapy, man, to save me some money. I like Albert Almora for the Cubs, man. He's only 2.6. I think he's in a decent spot. I'm not sure why I get on this daily fantasy baseball monster website, and his projected points are way too high. I feel like I don't think they're respecting the Cubs at all, man. So and I watch plenty of Blake Snell, man. He's not that good in my opinion. He's actually on the borderline of being bad. So I'm gonna be attacking him, man. So I'm gonna try to stack up these righties. Versus Blake Snell, I think he's in a decent spot. And Almora, he's just a cheap guy, man, to allow me to get another big bat. And I think he's in a decent spot. And then the last bat I wanted to highlight is the man Chris Davis going up against Mike Pelfrey, man. We all know Mike Pelfrey gives it up. Like, he gives it up, man. If you look at the 2 games prior to his last 2 games versus the White Sox, Chris Davis was on fire, hitting home runs, doing his thing. I think he starts to get back to it. And we got a little wind blowing out, about 9 miles per hour. But Oakland is definitely a pitcher's park. But I'm going to be having me some exposure to Chris Davis, man, because Mike Pelfrey gives up a ton of home runs too. I would not be surprised if he knocks one out. I think that's going to do it, man, for the early slate. I will be back with a main slate video where I'm going to be breaking some things down. If you want to buy an article for tonight's slate, hit me up on Twitter at DFSMasterMind. Just send me a, you can @ me, send me your email, and I will give you my article, man. I started doing these write-ups. I want y'all to tell me what you think, man. They're only $3 right now for daily. For a week, it's only $10, and a month would be $20, man. I think that's very cheap. I'm not saying by any means I'm the greatest DFS player, man, but I take the time, I do my research, and, I get to the green line, man, on most nights. So I feel like I can help some people, and if I can and you're interested, let me know. Quick wrap up. Y'all know who we're doing for pitcher. We got Sonny Gray. We got John Lackey. Top offenses, man. Oakland, Chicago. And then I want to do a little game stack, man. I may run 2 lineups out just to, get some different variations. I'm not playing too heavy in the early, but I do like the Toronto Yankees game as a game stack, man. I think that could be very sneaky. I wouldn't be surprised if both sides go off. And like I said, best hitters environment for this early slate. So make sure you take a look at that. And then some bats, man, that I really like. Justin Smoke, Yonder Alonso, Almora, Chris Davis, and Judge is an automatic, man. But that's going to do it. I am your boy at DFS Mastermind. Y'all bless up, cash out. I will see y'all in a little bit. Get to the green line, man. Get to that green line.